I'm back again. This year's Absa Cape Epic was a very special one. There was a lot of different teams that only got together before the race, some of them actually the night before it started. Some new teams on the grid, new combinations. We had Annika Langvard that had a baby 7 months ago, decided to sign up for this event, and here she was at the start line together with
Sofia Gomez-Bichafanie. I am racing for Toyota Specialized, and I am here with the queen of Cape Epic, Annika Langvard.
I'm riding the Absa Cape Epic this year because of a brand new adventure. Life is very different now. To be honest, I don't feel like I'm coming back to something that I already did. It feels very much like a new start.
So I started 9 epics, I finished 8. Once we couldn't finish. 2 of them I won.
Yeah, this race is a beast. Doesn't matter sometimes what you do.
Yeah, it's my 10th epic. Yeah, it's looking forward to a big one. It's for sure one of the toughest fields this year. We have a lot of XCO riders, the best marathon riders.
Ciao a tutti ragazzi.
They've warned me that the Cape Epic is the toughest race in the world.
Wow, number 21.
It's a race that I've loved since day one. What it's done for the sport of mountain biking, not only globally but locally here as well in South Africa, it's something that we can be very proud of.
I think it's a really well-balanced route this year specifically. I think it's spectator-friendly, which we all want.
I think probably one of the countries that's the most proud of our fellow countrymen, especially in sport.
It's a spotlight to showcase the best of the best in conditions that throw absolutely everything at you.
Everything's been really good, like prep has been perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything better really.
This will be my 5th Cape Epic, my 4th in the elite field, and I won it once in 2022 with Haley Batten, and ever since I've been wanting to get that title back.
We knew the route, we know what to expect, but again, it's not the Cape Epic if there wouldn't be any surprise thrown at you at any time of the day.
Being prepared and mitigating every single risk there can be and answering the questions before it's asked. That is the big thing.
You do not arrive here in South Africa just the day before the race. It has its own rules. It's a high pressure environment. Before the prologue, you pretty much work off your stats. What you have done before, what's the stage profile like, what's the weather like, and that's pretty much it.
Welcome to the 21st edition of the Absa Cape Epic, the Untamed African mountain bike race. The race that measures all.
Absa Cape Epic developed already to the Tour de France of mountain biking, and everyone wants to compete here.
I mean, to be here, Annika was an idol for me. I watched her on the TV, now we are sitting here.
Yeah, unfortunately, like every other relationship, there's no shortcut.
And I really think we can do it. Obviously, we always aim for as high as we can.
Well, I think we are well prepared. We can go for the overall.
People probably have a lot of expectations, but yeah, we're just gonna race our bikes, enjoy it
do what we can, do our best.
I came into this year feeling a lot more prepared.
It's one of the strongest fields we had in the past years.
I mean, we want to go prove ourselves against the best in the world, and this is the place to do that.
We've listened to you, and it's all about our commitment to you. I think it's a partnership between our event, our series, and you guys that are at the forefront and the ambassadors for it. So I'm proud to announce that we will be increasing the prize money this year.
I think anytime that a stage victory is up for grabs, you kind of have to go for it, especially now that it sounds like we have even more prize money and more incentives to race really aggressively.
You need to be ready. No more excuses. You have your start time. You know when you have to get off. And at that moment, you better be ready.
The last 2 times that I've been entered for Epic, I've basically pulled out the week off because something's happened. But this time I was way more calm, cool and collected. Had like an awesome team around me that was like, I knew we were going to start.
You have the goosebumps before Epic, but as soon as you start driving towards Prologue and like 1-2 k's away and you start seeing the race village, the nerves settles.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mirandale Estates, in the beautiful Southern Hills Hills, city of Cape Town, the Western Cape.
To be here is like a dream when I was already young.
The Prologue stage, it's your first 26 out of 608 kilometers, your first 750 meters of climbing out of 16,500 meters. Every 20 seconds we send them on the way.
Starting out with the Prologue, short and punchy at Mirandale, which is synonymous with the time trial format in the Prologue space.
The next team about to join us on the start ramp.
We're highly motivated to go for a win again.
There'll be nothing holding them back from going as fast as they can on the Prologue stage today.
Yeah, it's the first time for me. This will be a great adventure.
Please welcome from France, Margot Moschetti and Samara Shepherd.
I have a long history with this event.
Our commissaire counts them down.
I think there's one team that is put above everybody a little bit. I think I don't have to name any names here right now.
My biggest lesson I've learned through my experience at the Cape Epic is that anything can happen, and you could be the strongest pairing on paper, but you just never know. A mechanical, a sickness, or just anything can come and derail you.
The strength within our team is the combined amount of experience.
You are very much amongst the sharp end of the field here.
There are some pretty good rivals out there this year. The Buff Megamo team, and also Alexis Garda and Vera Loza.
There's 5 teams that are on a similar level, and I think it's going to be a tight race for the podium.
And for sure someone that will keep us on our toes for this week.
Who wins our Prologue?
Kind of sound like a broken record, but it's always special, it's never guaranteed, you know. We've all seen how much things can change, and yeah, the fact that I've done this 3 times, I thought I would do it once and never again. I'm kind of just rolling with it at the moment.
Fastest team through 7.5 kilometers. And the getting champion, the outright tour, the soccer team, Piers, Swinson.
Oh, there's a good handful of strong teams this year. You know, of course you have Nino and Colombo, and then you have the Germans, Speed Company. Those guys are good. You have the 2 Kiwi boys, the brothers, the Olivers, and the Buff Megamo guys. It'll be a stacked year. I think it'll be some good competition.
At least I know what it takes, besides the external factors that will and can play a role. I know what to do and what needs to be done, and that's what we're going to do. And if it's good enough, it'll be good enough. If it's not, it's not.
Fastest team through 11 kilometers, Scott Swan, MTV Racing, Nino Sherpa, Filippo Vero Colombo.
He's a super strong rider at the moment. I would say it's one of the strongest in the World Cup field from the XCO. yeah, he's a super powerhouse, super strong in flatbed. So I'm looking forward to be able to draft the one or the other time.
William Vittoria, Luca Braidora, Simona Vendetta. Fast team 3.16.5.
Yeah, this is my first time here at the Cape Epic. We start the Prologue, and after 10 minutes we had our first puncture.
Welcome to Africa. Fastest team 321 k's in Buko, Kenya. Welcome to there, Norkia.
The Prologue's also a special effort because you do it by yourself, it's you and your teammates, so pacing is quite crucial.
All eyes on the finish line. Every second matters as they sprint to the line. Anna Kalangba, Sofia Gomez winning up Prologue by 3 seconds.
No matter what, 8 days of racing super hard in Southern Africa is just going to be good for the rest of the year for us.
Beautiful people, we are 10 minutes away from go time, stage 1.
Stage 1, I'll never forget, we were sitting there with the boys, we were looking at the wind, we knew it was going to be crosswinds and stuff.
This is the first day when we're going to have the group starting, and it's always a lovely vibe in the morning.
Looking at sections of the course that we want to like split the race or try and make it hard. Others places where we want to focus on feeding and sit back a bit. And it was like a page this big, notes on how to race stage 1.
We will be doing the call-up of our top 10 teams at GC.
Me and Tristan's in the front and we're like let's go. Feeling good. And just in the chaos of Epic, 5Ks in, super chilled, Winelands Road, like wide, there's 10 oaks next to each other, obviously dust, and I hit something and immediately knew like something is broken. Stopped and there the whole stage 1 plan goes out the roof. And we had to like, yeah, scratch everything that we planned and now like make a new plan from scratch.
There isn't a pressure, but I personally enjoyed it because yeah, to wear a jersey so important is cool. During the race, all the people on the field can you see, and yes, was cool, really cool.
Stage 1 came and we had our fair share of problems. A wire wrapped around my cassette, a puncture, a crash. we were chasing for most of the day, but we still had a really good result. So again, it showed we were up there.
He's for sure still the smartest rider in the Cape Epic. Knows exactly how to deal with anything that comes his way, and I think that is probably the most important thing on the Cape Epic, especially when you have to consider a teammate. At the end of the day, the Cape Epic is 8 days. 8 days of brutal racing.
En Cape dejaré el alma y la piel.
Welcome to stage 2 of the Absa Cape Epic 2025.
Soy Mónica Calderón, soy colombiana del equipo Canan del ISB Sport y mi compañera para esta Cape es de Zacatecas.
She has a lot of patience, which makes it a good teammate for me, as I don't have any patience at all.
In my 21 years of the Epic, this has been a first in how this time trial was set up.
I'm Wout Alleman riding for Buff Megamo, and this year riding together with
Martin Stoszek.
Yeah, we see that the level is basically getting higher and higher every year. I think the time trial will be already not decisive, but it will already tell a lot.
It's getting a little bit tense for these riders. The person that will be shooting the gun is none other than Ariane Nuti, previous champ of the Aramex UCI Women's and Toyota Mixed category.
Can be in a good position after the time trial, I think then we can go for a good general classification. So that stage will be important but not decisive.
He will definitely push a lot on the flat parts because he's a super strong rider, and I think he will maybe also mount like a bigger chainring in the front, so I will have some hard fight to follow him. But on the other hand, I can be maybe stronger in the climbs. In every stage we can find like the good spot for each rider and try to cooperate as much as possible.
La verdad que la corona nos tomó un poco por sorpresa. El día anterior a las 6, 7 de la noche sabíamos que era una corona. A mí la verdad me gustó que haya sido así.
We know each other's strengths, each other's weaker parts.
Porque pues una cosa es que lo lleven a uno al ritmo que ellas quieren, que sabemos que los líderes estaban bastante agresivas. Y otra cosa era llevar nuestro ritmo. Tessa sabía las condiciones que tiene para enfrentar una contrarreloj llana con viento, arena, lo que se viniera por delante. Tenía como esa seguridad de que me iba a ayudar mucho también en esa parte.
I pushed nearly all the time trial in front against the wind, and I felt super confident. We had no clue how we were going compared with the others. At the finish line, we heard that we got the first time at that moment, and still three couples had to arrive. But we knew like the couple that was Starting behind us was losing on time. So we knew at that moment that we were going to have a podium. And that was second place in the end.
We know that Wout Alleman and Martin Stasek, we know their pedigree. We know Wout has got a massive engine, a massive machine. We knew he was going to be dangerous.
There's a lot of people that say Nino has always destroyed his partners. But Nino will always look after the partner as far and as much as possible. But then the responsibility of doing what is needed to be able to win the stage or to stay in the yellow jersey is the priority.
When we heard that Paul was going to be one of the venues in March, you know Paul is hot.
La verdad que comenzamos muy bien.
Stage 3 was brutal with the crazy heat.
Mis sensaciones fueron muy buenas. Empezó a calentar bastante y no digo que tuve miedo.
20K before the finish. We had, well, 25K. We were on a long climb. It was single track and there was no wind at all. It felt like an oven.
Complicated day.
Sé que a muchas y a la mayoría también les da muy duro.
We started well, but it's roasting hot and not everything goes as planned.
Resulta que pues estamos acostumbradas a aguantar. O sea, aguantar el sol.
Albergora.
Íbamos en esa última subida a un ritmo muy bueno, pero claro, teníamos a las cuartas ahí que nos respiraban atrás y pues que se conocen perfectamente el terreno y el recorrido, saben dónde atacar, saben cuánto aguantar, cuánto falta.
I thought I had done enough heat training, but this is something else.
Stage 3 was our stage. That was, I would say, maybe the queen stage. It was the stage around Paul and in brutal heat, and we managed it so well. And yeah, I mean, we still suffered, but we ended up third on that stage and then moved up into third on GC.
Stage 3 was the turnaround point. And we were in the winner's circle, not on top yet, but we were in there and we were biting on heels.
I work at home to adapt my body to the heat, but the real heat that there is in Africa is another thing. I remember there was a climb with the turns, and when you were on the turns in slow speed, the heat hurt a lot.
Filippo Colombo for Scott Stram, MTB Racing, and my partner is Nina Schurter.
You have done effort for 3.5 hours, for sure you're gonna try to win. You know? It's also quite difficult if you're not used to sprint with two people or for two. It's quite a strange thing to do, and yeah, today didn't turn out well for us, but anyway, it was a very positive day.
Local is lekker. Julle weet het, allemaal weet het.
The Absa Cape Epic is untamed. And one of the reasons is also the elements you sometimes find yourself fighting as well. We had wind, we had heat,
So what's left? Rain. And we definitely got the rain.